Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about King Arthur Legends Rise. I've been excited for this game for a very long time. I've been covering it now for a little over a year and a few months. And this new beta that started last year, one of the things that they've been telling us is that your progression is going to be carried from the beta onto global launch. Very cool stuff. You're not going to worry about a wipe or anything like that. But now we get this announcement today talking about a reboot of your progression reboot announcement. Now, honestly, I'm excited for this. We're going to walk through. I'm going to tell you why. Nothing to freak out about because you're going to keep your characters. There's a lot of stuff you're going to keep. This is a very specific reboot. So let's talk about this. So first, we've got a couple dates to talk about. On March 5th is the tentative date of this next update, which is 0.6. We're also going to have patch notes available around the 27th. These dates are always fluid to me, so just keep in mind that these dates could change. But let's talk about why. Why is there a progression reboot coming? And it's in this second paragraph right here where it talks about a substantial rework to our early game progression and how new players experience the game, such as when and how content and buildings unlock. So what's happening with this progression reboot is closely tied to the buildings and the different content and how they unlock and how you progress them. So in order to avoid any unforeseen issues, they are going to move forward with this progression reboot. So what does this mean? All right, there is good news. This will not require a full-on reset and wipe of data. So they're staying true to the no data wipe, right? So what does this mean for you? First and foremost, let's get this clear right here. All of your in-game collections, heroes, equipment, inventory, currency, items, resources for building and stuff like that, right? All the different resources you have, but let's talk about the building, right? Will remain just as it was prior to the update. So basically, they're going to take all that, they're going to lift it, and they're going to move it on over to the new update, version 0.6. So, while your heroes and inventories remain the same, your story, adventure, and Camelot progress will be rewound to the beginning. So all of that's going to start over, right? So to be clear, they want to say this again. This does not include any progress that you've made with regard to your heroes, your relics, your equipment levels, your skills, your advancement. All of that is moving on over to this new update. So while you will need to replay the story, the adventure content, the cool thing is with that, even though we have to replay it, we're going to be able to unlock all of the first-time rewards again. So we collected all that before. It's been a while since we've been able to get any substantial amount of resources or rewards or anything like that. So we now have an opportunity to reclaim all of that as we work through the story, right? For the different game modes using the full might. I want to say this again. The full might of your current roster, which I think is cool. You're going to be able to blaze through the story like nothing, right? Especially those of us who've been playing for a really long time. And yes, this means once again collecting star rewards, Royal Road, achievements, the Chronicle, things like that. So all of this stuff, we're going to be able to collect those rewards again. So pretty cool stuff, right? We get to keep our roster and everything, but we're starting the game over. We're starting the story over. We got to rebuild everything. Again, with this, having to rebuild everything, do not level any more of your buildings from this point on. I highly suggest not to. Just hold those resources. Go out there and farm as many resources and things that you want. You're gonna keep that, and it's gonna move over to version 0.6 anyway. Plus, we got some cool stuff because they want to reward us for the amount of time that we've already spent in the game. So let's talk about that right now. So furthermore, we know that you have all put time into getting to where you are in King Arthur's Legends Rise. While we certainly hope it was a fun journey, which it was, it's been a while, but it has been fun. We know that it hasn't been a short one. No, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, right? So they've prepared some compensation packages based on 3 tiers of in-game progress. One part in particular to take note of is making sure that you have some iron and wood to help you kickstart your rebuilding. We gotta get that rebuilding going. It does get expensive, the amount of resources it takes to build the buildings. So to rebuild Camelot for our 2nd and 3rd tiers, that's what this thing down here is, this progression reboot, tier 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go over that here in just a second. So while we have some time before the new update, they recommend halting any updates as well to any of your Camelot buildings until after 0.6 is released, okay? Because again, your current iron, wood, and everything is going to remain through to that next update. Any upgrades made is going to be rewound, so it's kind of pointless. Even though we've got a month to go, that's a whole lot of time to build up resources and stuff, though. Or if you want to get to a certain point on this progression reboot chart to a specific tier to unlock some of those rewards that you're going to get. All right, so this last part. We know this is a sweeping change among the others coming with 0.6. So among the others, there's a lot coming with this next update. But always remember, these changes are largely in part to the amount of feedback that we provide them. They thank us very much. They tell us that they appreciate the feedback that they get. So continue to give that feedback, provide it through Discord and whatever means that they've been receiving feedback, surveys, and all that cool stuff. Because, look at this. Look at this. They've had a substantial impact to the game's development. So, it's definitely key to provide positive, constructive feedback. All right, so let's talk about this progression reboot thing here. This is actually pretty cool. Look, you got different tiers, and it's based on how far that you get in the chapter. So if you're before chapter 4 normal, these are the rewards you're going to get. Some stamina, crystals, some special summons here, 30 special summons, which is pretty cool, and some gold. If you get to tier 2, this is between chapters 4 and 7 normal, then you're going to get all this stuff here. So you get some iron, some wood, and everything like that, right? So I mean, if you're almost there, I mean, there's no reason why you can't continue to move through the story, right? So definitely continue to move through the story. See, you've got some time to get to chapter 7 normal. That's max reward right here. Beyond chapter 7 normal, you get all of this. This is the most rewards that you're going to get. Look at this. 2 million gold, 65 special summons, 1,500 crystals. Come on. All right, so a lot of cool stuff, right? Look at all this stamina that you're going to get. You got 700,000 iron and wood. That is all on top of what's already going to be carried over. So my suggestion again, get through as much of the story as you can. Don't progress any of your buildings if you don't have to. Farm as many resources as possible. Hoard everything. Hoard it all until this update comes up next month on March 5th. All right. I'm going to go ahead and leave that up. I think it's pretty cool. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to move through the story again. And also, there's been some times where I've been part of a beta where they've reworked the whole new player experience, and unless I create a whole new account, I miss out on it. So this is kind of cool to be able to go back and see what they've done to that whole new player experience and the introduction to the game. So I think it's pretty cool. Very interested in your thoughts. What do you think about this? Especially those of you who are already playing. What do you think about the compensation packages and everything like that? Are you excited about this? I know I am. All right, everybody, that is what I had for you. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.